Today I'm watching Wandavision Season 1, Episode 8. We're getting to the end of this first season, and the previous episode obviously had the big reveal of finding out that Agnes, Agnes all along, she's been the one doing all of these things, not Wanda, so I was definitely not expecting that, and I'm very curious to see where we're gonna go. I don't know how we're gonna get out of this. Monica was able to find her way back into the Hex, and I think she has powers now. They definitely still think that Wanda is the one behind this, so again, I don't know how that's gonna go. And Vision was able to fix Darcy's mind and bring her back to normal, and she knows what's going on now. Obviously, we saw from a few episodes ago that Westview expanded, and some of the Sword and FBI team ended up in Westview, so they were teaming up, and Vision, took off flying to go back to Wanda's house. And yeah, I'm curious to see. I'm assuming they're gonna reunite in this episode. I'm curious to see what that's gonna look like. We didn't have any scenes with the two of them in the previous episode, and we were also in the 2000s in the previous episode, so 2010s I'm gonna guess for this one. And if they're going to do a TV show intro sequence, the previous one definitely reminded me of, Modern Family, The Office, stuff like that. So yeah, I'm curious to see what this one's going to be about. It's been a really good show so far. I've definitely enjoyed it. And now that we know that it was Agatha all along, my brain is just thinking of all the things that, she did in previous episodes and, how we got here. So thank you so much for sharing in this first time watching with me. If you have any other suggestions for TV shows you think I should watch, please comment below. And if you want to have a say in what movies or TV shows I watch, be sure to join Patreon. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and check back often for more awesome content. Okay, flashback. Quick trip to Salem. Are we gonna see the Sanderson sisters? Ha ha ha. Oh, Agnes is with the witch trials? I guess that's what we're doing with this time and place. Oh no. And she looks exactly the same, obviously.
Yes!
Well, as long as she's being honest. Okay, that's interesting. That explains why she has powers.
I have not! You stole knowledge above your age and station.
Oh, shoot. Witches are executing her. What?
They simply bent to my power.
So humble, this one. Yeah, right. Okay.
Wait.
Witches executing witches. Okay, I was not expecting this. Oh my gosh.
Help me, please! Mother!
Oh, that's her mom? Oh my gosh.
Mors monstro natural.
Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Oh. Cheese and rice. Yeah, she's like, I can't control them, and they're like, okay, bye. Oh, that sounds so painful. Or is having no effect, and she's taking their power? Is that what's happening? Oh, the purple. Oh my gosh, that's her color. Very on brand. She's like, how dare you, mother? This is an intense start to the episode. Oh my gosh. Well, if she was powerful before, I think she just quadrupled it.
I can be good.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, right. She's up to no good. Ooh! And she killed her own mom. Grim. Cheese and rice. She's like, tra-la-la-la-la, off I go. Thank you for the power. Bye, Mom. Well, she's awful. Oh no, I'm worried about the bunny. Don't kill the bunny.
No,
she did
I
kill
know.
the puppy.
She does look shocked to meet the real us, doesn't she?
And she's got that brooch she took off her mom. Oh my gosh.
Doesn't it?
Where are they?
she doesn't have her powers anymore.
Want it each wall? No?
Oh, that M was for Marvel. Oh, okay, the runes make more sense.
My eyes and ears. A crystallum possession. Necromancy was a non-starter since you're...
Oh god, that's so grim. Yeah, we knew it wasn't actually her brother, obviously.
Doubt that you believed it. Oh, Wanda.
The villain has revealed herself. Hello, Agatha.
A classic. Quick incantation and a feeble psyche, and you're good to go.
Oh my gosh, she's horrible. This poor little bug.
There's transmutation. Reformator figura.
I love how she's like, yeah, here's all the spells I used to convince you that you were somewhere else.
What's your secret, sister?
Oh, it is Wanda? I thought it was Agatha. What? Oh, God.
I need you to tell me how you did this.
I didn't do anything.
Yeah, I thought it was Agatha. That was the whole thing.
Fantasy that you'd rather fall apart than face your truth.
I thought we did the Agatha all along, that she was the one behind this whole thing, not Wanda.
But it's time to look at some real reruns.
What do we got going on here? Yeah, and we haven't had, like, the sitcom feel is gone. Like, we didn't have the intro that we had previously.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm very curious to go back into, like, Wanda's memories. Like I said, I don't know a ton about her character, so...
Mama.
Oh, these are her parents. Aww. Oh, the sitcoms that she did. Aww.
I mean, we're right here.
Wanda!
That's your cue, lady.
Can they see her? Yeah, I'm very curious.
Now we can begin. Wanda, you pick.
And she gets to go back into her own memories, which is interesting. Yeah, and this war, like, raging outside their literal window, and they're hiding in and watching sitcoms.
Season 2, episode 21.
The Dick Van Dyke Show, yes!
Always sitcom.
The Walnut episode. Отличный избор.
Yes, Rob and Laura have...
Yeah, we know the first episode was very much like the Dick Van Dyke Show, in my opinion anyway.
The Dick Van Dyke Show. Starring Dick Van Dyke.
Yeah, just like episode 1. That's so cool we get to go back and, like, relive all this again through her memories. These were obviously, like, happy memories for Wanda, and we know her parents passed away, and it was just her and her brother. Well, there goes that memory. Shattered. Oh my gosh, with an explosion. Cheese and rice. A jump scare that almost got me. I almost fell for it. Stark Industries. Okay. Tony. That thing's gonna go off, man. You better run.
All a bad dream. None of it was real.
And that's what she wants this to be too. She wants to wake up like it's a bad dream. Oh. Oh! Oh my gosh. And comes back out as adult Wanda.
Ahead of her. Doesn't explain your recent hijinks. Where'd you get the big guns, Wanda?
Yeah, we don't really know, even if it was Wanda or it was Agatha, how they built this thing. Because none of them really seem to know what's going on with that. Yeah, I'm very excited to see this tour of Wanda's memories and her backstory. Because yeah, like I said, I'm not a huge Marvel super fan. I don't know a ton about her backstory. So other than what they've told us in the show so far. And I love that she gets to, like, interact with these memories as opposed to just being, like, watching a replay like we've seen on previous TV shows or movies. Oh my gosh. It's coming right for her. Oh! That looks just like what Vision has. His, like, crystal in his head. And the reflection in her eyes. And who was that exactly?
Again. It makes no sense.
Oh, they didn't see what she saw, obviously. Okay, interesting. And yeah, she's watching the Brady Bunch. We're going through the decades of the sitcoms.
But I need more.
Yeah, like I said, it looks like that Infinity Stone that Vision has, the yellow color.
Moving on up. So where are we now?
The Avengers.
Malcolm in the Middle, is that what we're watching? Amazing. I love the theory that this is somehow like a prequel. Or is it a... I can't remember, but somehow that it's related to Breaking Bad, obviously with Bryan Cranston.
It just comes for me again. And I can't.
Yeah, we know her brother was the only family she had left, and obviously was very upset.
I've never experienced loss because I've never had a loved one to lose.
That's sad in a whole different kind of way. Oh, Vision.
Not love, persevering.
Oh, sad. Sad.
Sorry, pardon.
No, it was funny.
Yes, it was very funny, wasn't it?
He's so serious. Agatha. Oh my goodness. And I love that they still have those comedic elements in such like an intense episode too.
Vision dead. What happened when he wasn't there to pull you back from the darkness?
Oh my gosh. So much loss. That's horrible.
But you wanted him back.
Again, I still thought Agnes built this whole thing. She's Agnes all along. Like, I thought it was her.
I wanted him back.
Yeah, we know she stole his body.
One moment. I have to buzz you in.
I got it. Thanks.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, it's interesting to see the rest of the sequence. We'd only seen a few clips from the security cameras.
Because you asked to see it.
It's definitely not what she was expecting, obviously. Oh my gosh, yeah, it's in like 30 different pieces. Was seeing this with the catalyst, like, was this made her make Westview?
$1 worth of vibranium just to put it in the ground. So,
Yeah, they obviously thought she was gonna bring him back. Oh gosh.
say goodbye to him.
That'd be so upsetting to see him like that, obviously. Oh.
Well, that's just it, Wanda. He isn't yours.
And is she gonna snap? Like, when is she gonna reach her breaking point? Yep, okay, here we go. Oh my gosh. That would be so upsetting to see him like that. Oh my gosh. Yeah, she just obviously wants to take him back. Wait, I thought she steals him? What's going on? Obviously he's in like 30 pieces, but she clearly is just walking out of there, so... What's going on? But Westview already exists? We know the town was never real. Yeah, there's the gazebo. Yeah, like it's set up exactly like it was. Oh, yeah, that's Kitty Foreman, and also from the first episode, the boss's wife. This guy was delivering food or delivering something in another episode too. And there's no house, because this town shouldn't exist. Oh, it's from Vision. Oh. Okay, here we go. Okay. She did make the hex. Oh, Wanda. Just so sad that Vision's not there with her. Aww. Yeah, we're back to the 50s. Oh my gosh, black and white. And somehow brings back a version of Vision. Obviously, we know he's been in the show. But I thought it was because she stole his body. Okay, interesting. And that he's in black and white and she's in color. Oh my gosh, back to the beginning.
Wanda.
Are we just starting this? Are we just starting the loop all over again? But now she's seeing like the production lights from filming and behind the scenes and back in color. Well, I guess she got her answers. But yeah, I still have questions. It doesn't make sense. Oh my god, the kids, really? She sucks.
You have no idea how dangerous you are.
This is you.
Here you are, using it to make breakfast for dinner.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. So that was my first time watching WandaVision, Season 1, Episode 8. Only one episode left in the season. I really enjoyed this episode. I think it was really well done, like every episode of the show so far. And I really enjoyed this memory tour of Wanda. Like I said, I am not an expert in Marvel characters and their lore. I've seen a few movies, but I didn't know a ton about, Wanda's backstory other than what they've said throughout this show. But to actually see it, her and her brother when they're young and what happened to their parents, and then kind of going through the timeline of her history, and I guess she did make the hex. And again, with Agnes being like, it was Agnes all along. I thought she had made it, but clearly we see in this that it's Wanda who makes the hex, and is just kind of overwhelmed with grief after the loss of, her parents and her brother and Vision. I don't know how long it had been since her brother passed away and we lose Vision. We obviously have that flashback to Thanos killing Vision, after he goes back in time, and her interacting with this Infinity Stone, which again, to me, looked exactly like the one that Vision had in his head, and, kind of her backstory, and seeing all these pieces, her going and trying to take Vision's body, but then she doesn't take Vision's body, she just walks out and sees that envelope. So I definitely still have some questions, but I'm really enjoying the show. I think it's so well done, and I like that they make it so that if you don't know everything about every character, you can still enjoy it. Like I said, I'm sure there still are Easter eggs for people who are those die-hard fans who know every little piece about these characters, and I love that they put that in there too, but I don't feel lost watching this. I don't feel like, oh, I didn't get this reference, now the whole show is thrown off. Like, I'm still able to enjoy it, and I feel like, to me, that's the mark of a good show, and that it can be rewatchable, like with Agnes and obviously her being involved. Again, going back to the previous episodes, you would obviously be looking out for her scenes a little bit more and seeing what she does. This episode was obviously very much focused on Agnes and Wanda. Obviously, they have that interaction, in Agatha's basement and go down the stroll through memory lane. I love that they use those doors as the transition between each memory. I thought that was really cool. And that Wanda is able to interact with her memories. Sometimes in shows, when we have these memory flashbacks, you just see the character kind of standing in the corner watching her younger self or whatever it is do these things. But she was able to transition, into that version, be in that scene, and we get to see it from that perspective, which I thought was really cool. And nothing with Monica, nothing with SWORD or the FBI in this episode. I'm assuming they'll be in the next one because it's the last episode and we have to figure these things out. And only seeing Vision, in memories, and going back to that first episode where they're in black and white. And this episode really reiterated how important sitcoms are to Wanda. Obviously, they were very pivotal, family memories. And it sounds like that was kind of what her family did to hang out and have fun, was to watch these shows, and obviously a war, you know, raging outside their window, but escaping into this comfort of these sitcoms that I feel like a lot of people still do today. And, you know, that's why they're so important to her. Because again, I didn't know why we were doing the sitcom route, so I think you kind of needed that to tie it back in. And then as we go through the memories, you know, it's the Dick Van Dyke Show for the first episode, which to me was that first episode, you know, the layout, the comedy of it, everything. And then the Brady Bunch to me was the second episode, and seeing her watch that, you know, in a memory, again, I think is tying it all in. And I like that they do that for the audience without making it seem like they're hitting you over the head. Like, remember this is like, we did this. Like, it was a nice way to combine it, everything, and put all those pieces together and show, again, the significance of these sitcoms. And I did understand that the TV, you know, sitcom feel would be a way for her to escape. We knew she had, you know, was grieving for Vision, and to me that was the more motivation about the sitcoms. But it's nice to see that, you know, obviously this has been a long-standing thing, that she's always enjoyed these shows and they've been really important to her. We end the episode with Agatha got these kids on a literal, like, leash of magic, and that was terrifying. I don't know where we're going to go in the last episode. But yeah, I'm very curious to see how they're going to take down Agatha. Again, we didn't have Monica in this episode, and to start the episode off with Agatha's, you know, backstory as well, that she's obviously this very powerful witch, but is also very evil, and kills this other coven of witches that obviously realize how evil she is. At first I felt bad because I was like, oh, you know, she's part of these Salem witch trials. We knew she has powers, so I was like, she's being put on trial, you know, during this time, this place, it makes sense. And she starts sucking the power out of the other witches and even kills her own mom, which was terrifying, and takes that brooch and is still, you know, wearing it today, and obviously has been around for a long time and is very powerful. And I like that we got to see a little piece of her backstory as well, and now that we know that she is the villain, and even though Wanda is the one who created the hex, Agatha has still been obviously meddling in everything. And I thought we would have a different reunion between Vision and Wanda in this episode. The last we saw, Vision was flying out of the car with Darcy, and I thought he was going to make it back. Obviously, this episode was a lot more focused on Wanda's memories, so I'm hoping it's in the next episode, obviously the last one, and to see how Wanda and Vision's relationship over the years has progressed. And even Darcy saying, like, I watched the show and you can tell that you really care about each other, and, like, that is real. Like, even if the entire world is fake, you know, that is real. And to see Wanda find this random envelope, drive off, and if I'm remembering correctly, the town of Westview never existed. Like, the police saying that they live in Eastview and there's never been a Westview. And I don't know if that was just the hex messing with it, but to the best of my knowledge, that town should never exist. So how did Wanda, like, who made it before Wanda even got there? So, but maybe I'm misinterpreting that. Maybe it was just, like I said, because of the hex and the powers. Maybe it was the mind control and they just didn't think that the town ever existed. That's also possible. So yeah, I'm very curious. And of course the note is right in her car, again, when she was supposed to steal the body. So yeah, I definitely still have some questions. I like that we got to see the reveal of the TV set and the studio in this episode, and kind of pulling back the curtains on this facade, you know, of the show, and that Wanda's kind of been hiding behind, and, you know, the bright lights staring at her and the sets changing and all that. And we saw in the previous episode too, when everything was glitching, you know, going through the decades with the style and the decor changing. And this episode, yeah, definitely not sitcom style, except in the memories and just those little pieces. So I'm very curious to see where we're going to go in the next episode. I'm really enjoying this series so far. Very curious to see how it's all going to come to an end in the next episode. So thank you so much for sharing and this first time watching with me. If you have any other suggestions for TV shows you think I should watch, please comment below. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and check back often for more awesome content. Quick trip to Salem. Well, as long as she's being honest. Okay, that's interesting. That explains why she has powers. Like, how dare you, mother? Yeah, we knew it wasn't actually her brother, obviously. Oh, the sitcoms that she did. And she gets to go back into her own memories, which is interesting. Yeah, we know she stole his body.